According to Google, you could only go 3 days without drinking water. That will be the last sip of water I can take for the next 30 days. No water, no liquids, no drinking anything at all. Hopefully, I don't die, which I would if I actually tried this challenge. Crazy thing is, there's actually people out there who would try stuff similar to this. Recently, I came across this category of YouTubers where they all basically just torture themselves. For example, there's this YouTuber who goes by the name Fidias, and in his video, he goes 5 days without any sleep.
We just woke up and we're not going to sleep for the next 5 days.
There's no chance you're gonna sleep today.
Initially, you might think, this is fake. There's no way this is real, right? Well, this guy Fidias does not mess around. He doesn't fake his shit or anything like that. I mean, just look at him on the 5th day of the video. He looks absolutely awful.
I'm not able to open my left eye.
Like, you can just tell this dude has not been sleeping at all. And there's a ton of other YouTubers out there who are doing stuff like this. I think Fidias is the craziest one for sure, but there are other people who basically just use this strategy of torturing yourself for views. I mean, you really can't blame them. It works great, but I would just never want to put myself through these situations. It just doesn't sound like a fun job. Now, this isn't anything new whatsoever. Mr. Beast kind of originated the idea of this. He originally had posted a video where he counted from 1 to 100,000 in one sitting, and that was the first time someone really just did something so insane no one else would do it. And that's still the whole entire idea of the Mr. Beast channel. No one ever knows what he's gonna do next, and 99% of the time what Mr. Beast does in his videos is pretty mind-blowing. So all these YouTubers kind of snatched onto the idea that I need to make something so insane that you will not have a choice but to watch this video. And since some of these people's channels are literally just based around that idea, it really makes you wonder, how far will these YouTubers go for their content? Like, obviously there's a point where they have to say, no, we can't do this, my life's gonna be at risk or something like that. But then again, a life being at risk hasn't stopped YouTubers from making videos like this. It seems more like, is it guaranteed that I'm gonna die, or is it just a little chance? Because if it's a little chance, I'm gonna go and I'm gonna make that video. For example, there's a YouTuber who goes by the name Dara Tah, and he visits the world's deadliest island. And the reason people shouldn't visit this island is because it's basically absolutely covered in anthrax. And if you didn't know, anthrax has a 90% chance of like just straight up killing you.
This island has been covered in a toxic chemical called anthrax that has a 90% chance of killing you if you breathe it in.
And so, I'm going.
We had made it onto Anthrax Island, the most toxic and dangerous island in the world. Now I just had one last thing to do in order to establish my empire.
So I mean, of course, in the video, he takes all the precautions. He's wearing a hazmat suit, but still, him going to this island has such a high risk of him dying. Yet he's doing it anyways, just because he knows the video will do amazing. Now, the reason I'm making this video isn't because I hate these channels or have anything against them. I honestly think that these guys have some of the highest effort put into their videos out of anyone else on YouTube. And overall, their content is really good. But what they're doing is like extremely dangerous, and they're putting themselves in these awful situations just for the fact that they know they're gonna get views. And some other tinier problems can evolve from this type of content, such as smaller creators seeing these YouTubers succeeding doing dangerous stunts and stuff like this, and then them going and trying to replicate it to then also blow up on YouTube. And like I said, most of these YouTubers are trained, they know what they're doing, or at least that's what they say, but for the most part they're gonna have more experience than an average person who wants to become a YouTuber. And it could also make aspiring YouTubers think that the only way to grow on YouTube is to do insane shit like this. And of course, you have to be unique. If you really want to grow, you have to cover stuff that other people really don't, and that in itself is important. But the way that they're covering stuff that other people don't is just by doing stuff that nobody would ever want to do. So I don't really think that there's anything wrong with their content per se. It's just the fact that other smaller creators YouTubers might want to potentially recreate what they're doing. And what they're doing is sometimes genuinely very dangerous. So yeah, if you're an aspiring creator, you do not have to do this kind of stuff to get views. There's many other ways to do it. This way does seem to be working for a lot of these creators, but at what cost is it really? Like, you're putting yourself through hell for these YouTube videos. Like, that's not something I would enjoy or something that I believe other people would enjoy to do. Anyways, I wanted to show you guys the most extreme case I've been able to find of quote unquote torturing yourself for views. And once again, it's from the YouTuber Fidias. Like I said earlier, this guy is 100% the craziest out of all these other YouTubers that do videos like this. But this guy did a video where he walked a whole entire marathon barefoot, no shoes, no socks, in the snow.
I am going to run a half marathon barefoot in the snow. Ah, it's cold. Start now.
So Fidias sets out on this mission to run a half marathon completely barefoot in the snow. And that means walking up this hill 85 times. And now this challenge is literally insane and also insanely dangerous. Walking in snow in your complete bare feet for that amount of time, the amount of time it's going to take to do 85 ups and downs of this hill, that's pretty long. That's going to be a long time standing completely barefoot in below freezing temperatures. This dude could get hyperthermia, frostbite, all that stuff. And like, I understand he's just doing it because he knows that this video must get views. Nobody else is going to be this dumb and try this out.
I have to go faster, guys, because the sun is going down and we are not going to have light. You can actually see his blood on the snow over there. This man is not normal.
So Fidias isn't even halfway done with this challenge, and already his feet are bleeding, and he's still going. He does not care. And then by the end of the challenge, his feet are absolutely screwed.
I'm almost there.
Come on, last 20 yards.
I will go back and come again, okay, so I make sure I do one lap more. I just ran a half marathon barefoot in the snow, guys. This is my feet. This was the most beautiful experience in my life. Subscribe. And thank you for watching.
So I found this other video on YouTube made by somebody who was there with Fidias while he was filming. He explained that the whole thing was 100% real and that by the end of the video, they literally had to carry Fidias home.
We would check Fidias' feet for frostbite every 5 kilometers, and it just got worse and worse. We ended up having to blur this because it was just too nasty for YouTube. His skin was peeling off like a piece of bacon. That's how bad it was. He was in so much pain that when he crossed the finish line, I had to put him on my shoulders. Not to carry him 200 meters down to where the car was parked.
And then in the next Fidias video that he uploaded, he was trying to see how long he could survive in an airport without getting kicked out. And in that video, you could see his foot is bandaged up and he's in a wheelchair, completely unable to walk, all because he did that barefoot marathon video.
Might be wondering why I'm in a wheelchair.
2.5 weeks ago, he ran a half marathon on snow barefoot and he got frostbite.
I'm here in the toilet and I'm going to change gases. Last 2 weeks, every day I'm doing this. Previous 2.5 weeks was very difficult for me. I spent a lot of days in the hospital, in a lot of pain. This is my leg after 2.5 weeks, almost healed.
So this guy could not walk at all for months. He was literally wheelchair bound just because of this YouTube video. So that video alone has to be one of the craziest videos I've ever seen. Craziest outcome. Dude literally couldn't walk at all. Now, I'm sure that there's plenty of other like dangerous type of videos out there. People doing even crazier stunts. I don't really know, but it still leaves me wondering what YouTube's gonna be like in like 5, maybe 10 years. Like, how much crazier can these videos get? Because it's eventually gonna reach a point where these videos need to get crazier because everybody's gonna already have done everything or seen everything. And I also feel like there will always be people out there who will do anything for the success on YouTube. Like maybe 10 years from now, we're gonna see somebody go 30 days without drinking water or eating food. Then they're gonna get in a helicopter and skydive out of the helicopter without a parachute on. They're gonna land perfectly on the target, and of course the target will be in the desert and they have to survive the next 5 years in the desert with no food or water. They have to eat sand, handfuls of sand, just and that's all they get to eat. And then after they survive the desert, they're finally gonna get taken away. A boat is gonna show up They're gonna get transported to a jungle, and they're gonna have to survive in the jungle for another 5 years. And then it's last to leave jungle wins $1 million. I don't even know. It literally gets so insane. And I feel like it is only gonna get more and more insane because insane content is what's really taken over right now. Anyways, that's about all I really had to say about this. Bye. Haven't seen enough? I got you. Check out this video right here. I'll see you over there.